Hey everyone, this is Elena from Mirrix Looms. Today I am here to talk to you about our newest loom, the Saffron Pocket Loom. This loom was designed for tapestry weaving, although I will talk about bead weaving on this loom in this video. And it can make a piece 5 inches wide and 8 inches long. The loom is fully adjustable, so you can actually move the top beam of the loom up and down. So you can make different sizes of 4 selvage pieces with just the 2 warp threads that you tie onto the tines that you'll need to do any finishing with. The loom also has a tensioning device. This was the big thing with this loom and why we developed it in the first place. We were looking to make a portable, affordable loom, but one that had a tensioning device, because as you probably know, that is so important when you're weaving tapestry. So I'll actually talk about that first. This is the tensioning device. So all you do to adjust your tension, to either have less tension or more tension, is move these wing nuts. So you're actually moving the beam slightly up or slightly down to increase or to decrease the tension. So it's very easy. It's just turning wing nuts. And it allows you to get great tension. It allows you to warp the loom without having to put tons of tension on as you're warping. I know that's something that's very difficult to do. I have a really hard time doing that. So being able to adjust your tension after you warp is so great. It's so convenient. And for that reason alone, I am super happy with this little tiny loom. The other thing that people have asked us a ton is how comfortable is it to weave with? It does have this threaded rod in the back, and some people are not sure if that is uncomfortable on your lap. The threaded rod is actually set back a little bit. So when you weave with this loom on your lap, just these 2 pieces of wood are touching you. We have had no problems with comfort with this loom. It's super light. It's 11 ounces, super easy to weave on your lap. You can also place it down steadily on a table, so you can weave like that. We think the comfort of this loom is phenomenal. Another thing, the tines on this loom are metal. And some people are wondering if they're sharp, if they, are uncomfortable to weave with. One of the advantages of these tines is that they will not break. They're super, super, super strong. So even when you're putting a ton of tension on this loom, you're not going to have a problem with that. They are made of metal, so they're going to be sharper than probably a plastic or a wood tine, but I don't think anybody's going to cut themselves on this. I mean, I can press super hard. I can go like this and have no problems cutting or hurting myself. So yes, they are metal. Be careful. But I would not worry about them being too sharp. These are actually the exact same combs as the Shasta combs. So many of you have already used them, and we haven't gotten any complaints from anybody who's cut themselves or had any issues with that. So that is not something that I would worry about, and the fact that they don't break is super, super cool. Another question, is it easy to warp? Yes, it is so easy to warp. Tie on to one of the tines, zigzag back and forth, tie on to another one, tighten your tension, and you are ready to go. So if you are a beginner and warping a Mirrix loom the regular way seems a little bit intimidating, this is a great place to start. It's so easy, but again, you also get that advantage of great tension. So now I will get to the other burning question everybody has been asking. Can you weave beads on this loom? The answer is yes. However, this loom was designed as a tapestry loom. So keep that in mind. We did not mean to make a loom that you could weave beads on, and we weren't really thinking about that. The set is 8 dents per inch, which is a little wide for most beads. However, you can double warp this looms, which means you warp this way, and then you come back and you warp the other way. So you actually have double the warps. And then you can take the beads. We've experimented with 11.0 delicas and 11.0 seed beads. You can weave in a row of beads at the top to kind of set that set, and then you can weave beads. You will not be able to weave no warp ends pieces using beads because you're not going to be able to weave all the way up to the top or the bottom doing that. But yeah, so far with our testing, we've had a lot of fun weaving beads, and it's really nice because it's such a portable loom, and it really allows you to take your beading on the go, traveling and stuff. So if that's something you want to experiment with, we think that might be a great option for this loom. Speaking of travel, another question we've been getting is, can a loom be taken apart? The answer is yes. Yes, it can. You can take these wing nuts off. You can remove the top beam. You can remove the bottom beam. You can pack this in a tiny little bag. You can throw it in a suitcase. You could bring a lot of these on a trip. So it is not only super portable, but yes, it can be taken apart. It can be stored really, really easily. And it can be shipped really easily too, because it can be taken apart. So yes. And then one last question that we got a couple times is, because the loom is on a threaded rod, do the beams spin at all? The answer is, a little bit. If you don't tighten your wing nuts and your nuts down here enough, we do recommend using a wrench to tighten all the nuts. And when you do that, has not been a problem at all for us. I've also woven on some of these prototypes without using a wrench to tighten the nuts, and it's still been fine. So that's not something that we see as an issue, but definitely if you do have a wrench available, making everything as tight as possible is a great idea. The bottom of the loom you can tighten and just leave. The top you're going to be loosening and tightening, but it's really easy to tighten the wing nuts by hand. So this is our little baby Saffron loom. The actual looms that are going out, I don't have it on this one, will also have a little plastic cap that you can put on the top there, which is helpful. One of the things I found myself doing is weaving with the loom against a table with the bottom on my lap and the top on the table, and the little plastic cap just prevents the metal from scratching your table or anything like that. And it also looks just a little bit cleaner than this. Yeah, so this is our little loom. We're super proud of it. We're super happy with it so far. It sounds like you guys are really, really excited about it. So if you have any other questions, feel free to email me, Elena, ELENA, @mirrixlooms.com. I will be happy to answer your questions for you. And if we get enough new questions, I can make another little video like this. But for now, I hope this helps. I hope it answers your questions about the loom. And if you guys do decide to buy this, I hope you really enjoy it. We love it. Right now, I'm just weaving exclusively on this little loom because it's so fun to play with. Yeah, I hope this helped. Bye.